Hi, guys. Welcome back to Sue and Spanky. We're so happy to have y'all here. This week we have our babies, Winston and Frankie. They're sitting in our laps per usual, but I don't know why Frankie's over there. I feel a little bit betrayed.
I think he's here for a reason.
He's here because he's gotten a little lost, didn't you, Frankie Fruit? You got a little lost. It's okay. Sometimes we get a little lost in life and we end up on daddy's lap and we're really supposed to be in mama's lap. Anywho, we are so excited to be back. We are having so much fun. Shout out to all the Sue Dillon villains that joined us here from our social media. We actually are so excited. We're celebrating 75 downloads today. Did you know that?
I did not. I had not gotten that high.
75 downloads. I'm so happy. And we also have a drink to try per usual. I'm using that word a lot today. I need to nip that in the butt. But it's called Bundaberg Ginger Beer, Australian family owned. Shout out to all of our Aussie fans. We are drinking some Australian ginger beer. Let's get that full ASMR. Ooh, that was so satisfying. So satisfying to open. Spanky's working on his right now. You got it? You're going to have to pull it up.
I'm afraid I'll spill.
Do you want me to open it? You can have this one.
Oh, thank you. I hope I didn't mess it up.
I don't think you did.
It has a good smell.
It's called Bundaberg, and we got it at Cracker Barrel. Oh! Shout out to Ryan Clairday again for giving us an idea of a drink to try. We try something new every week. This is part of the deal. We love to try new things together. We love to travel, but this is something we can do to keep life interesting. Try new drinks.
Cheers.
Cheers. I've never drank a ginger beer. It just tastes like ginger ale, kind of, but also cinnamony.
Yeah, it tastes like cinnamon, kind of like a root beer almost.
It's all right.
I love these little fat bottles. That's a plus.
It's an experience to drink it. But yeah, we got it at Cracker Barrel. If you didn't know, Cracker Barrel has a whole wall of drinks. And Cracker Barrel is originally from Lebanon, Tennessee. The first one was built right across the street from Taylor's old house.
Yep. Grew up right down the road from that little thing.
They tore it down. What do they put in a gas station?
Well, they, it was a Cracker Barrel. It was the first one, and it was really small. The first Cracker Barrel was really small, and then it became a gas station called Buddy's, ran by Buddy, who was a friend of my grandpa's. And then they tore the whole building down, and now it is a Mexican restaurant. And I think there's also a liquor store in that little strip mall. So.
Yeah, it's really sad to see it go. I can't believe they tore it down. That's like a piece of history to me. I figured they would keep it running because like people probably would have paid more to eat at the first Cracker Barrel.
I would think, but now the second Cracker Barrel is just our local Cracker Barrel, and we went there like a week ago.
That was the second one opened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one on West Main.
That's the second one ever opened?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So much history in Lebanon.
On South Cumberland, whatever.
Yeah. And that's a really good Cracker Barrel. The one in Mount Juliet is ass.
Not a fan of the one in Mount Juliet.
The gift shop is not good either. But anyway, we got these at Cracker Barrel. We are going to have a bunch of drinks from there because they had like 20 different ones. But if there's anything that y'all want us to try, let us know because we are so up to try new things. Somebody said Olipop because it's like
I've heard of that.
Gut health one. I really want to try that soon. But let us know in the comments what you want to see.
Heard good things about that.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't know if I would drink it. Again, I don't even know if I want to finish it. I feel like it's good for certain things, but maybe not just to drink like this.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I saw in the ingredients that it has real cane sugar, and that's something
that's hard to come by.
Yeah, so that's pretty solid.
So as y'all know, we have been reviewing prank calls. We did the last episode. We reviewed the prank call from Taylor's father. I don't know why I've been stuttering so much today. I don't know what it is, but I've been stuttering. But anyway, we reviewed Donnie, his prank call, and today we're going to review his Aunt Cheryl. And this is like, after Aunt Cheryl, I believe it started to turn into kind of like a business, like a side hustle, because people were like, okay, dude, how do I get you to prank call this person? How do I get you to prank call that person?
Yes.
And at the beginning, I was prank calling people for free. I was just doing requests through email, and I did that for like, I don't even remember how long, but it had to have been maybe a month. I didn't have like a set date yet at this point. I just got on when I felt like it and did it. It was all so new. And then people were like, dude, I'll pay you. Like, I really want this one done. I really will pay you. And so then I was like, well, shit, I guess I could open a tip line because I was getting so many requests. And meanwhile, I was going viral from these videos. So, like, my page was hot and heavy, getting a lot of attention. So I started accepting Venmo requests, which is outdated at this point. Do not Venmo me anymore. I cannot do it because I can't turn it off. But at the beginning, it was okay. Like, I would get requests and I would do the Venmos. And then I'd be like, okay, we're done. And people would quit. But then it got to a point where people just didn't quit.
It just became a steady flow.
Yeah, no matter what, no matter if I was like, okay, I'm not taking any more Venmos, they would keep sending them. And then I would have to spend like an hour returning money to people that I didn't get to their call.
It's just not meant for that system.
No, but that's kind of how it turned into a business. And it's kind of now became more manageable because I've changed the system. Like, I have a link tree now where I can turn off my tip line for Sundays with Sue, and then I have options to request calls through the week, and it's all standardized. I'm not getting like $5, like $5, call my mom and send me the video. Like, that was kind of unfair to me because it's a lot of work, honestly, to do that, and it takes a long time because I have to call them, film it, and then keep track of what video goes where, and to download it to Dropbox, send it from Dropbox. That takes me a solid 20 minutes per request when I do them through Linktree.
And something I feel like people don't realize, that takes a solid 20 minutes. That's if everything goes right.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of times where you have to call 3 times, they don't answer, you try again, and then you look and you're like, oh, they said only call on a weekday during business hours, or it doesn't work at all and you have to refund it, or that's best case scenario is 20 minutes a pop.
And I do refund it if, like, say I can't leave a voicemail. If I can, I don't refund it because I do another show now where I return calls once they call me back or text me. I'll interact with them, so I keep the print going a little bit longer. And sometimes those turn out so good, like, it's so fun.
Hollabacks.
Hollabacks, that's what we call it. I don't know if the name is sticking though. I really think
I like it.
I like it, but people are like, well, you should call it this, you should call it that. But I'm calling it hollabacks because there ain't no hollaback girl. That's honestly what I think of when I say it every time. Gwen Stefani.
Me too.
That's, how I learned how to spell bananas. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Anyway,
have you seen that meme where they said, why couldn't Gwen Stefani spell occasionally or dessert versus desert?
Right.
Or something else
She
they get wrong.
Should do more. She should do more songs. That was such a cool song when we were in elementary school. I remember that came out on the Now 19 album that I have. I still have that. But that's kind of how it's evolved, and people keep giving me criticism. I try to incorporate whatever they say. So I keep the tip line because people are like, well, your prank calls are too expensive, $30 for a Linktree request with a video. But I just told y'all, like, how much work it is, and that's why it's that much. Meanwhile, on Cameo, you can get one for like 20 with the video. And you can also do 24-hour requests on Cameo if you want it to be done now.
Yep.
Which, not at the second that I get it, do I do it all the time, but I do it in the 24 hours where the time starts. So.
And that's signed, sealed, delivered, ready to go. So that's worth it.
Yeah, I think it is. I definitely think it's worth it because when I have a viral video, the orders are off the chain. Right now they're manageable, and it's been nice to have like a little bit of a breathing time because you get burnt out doing it, and I don't want that. I try to keep it good quality even when I am burnt out, but Spanky can attest to this. I sometimes have dread in me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it today. It's a lot of pressure sometimes because I take it seriously. I take it so seriously. I want people to get what they wanted out of it. And there's a lot of stuff that you can't control with a prank call. So it's like sometimes really gets me going, gets my OCD ticking. So that's like kind of how it just turned into a business. And so you can still get a cheap prank call on Sundays with Sue, but you need to log in to TikTok and get on my live stream right at 6 and get on the tip line. Otherwise, it's going to book up because I book up in like 30 minutes because I only take like 40 requests. So I've been booking up pretty quick lately, and you can always pre-book if you don't want to take that risk of not getting there on time. Pre-books are 20, and I like pre-books. I feel like you get more out of a pre-book because I'm fresh and I do it at the beginning and I have a lot of energy when I do your pre-book. I try to maintain that energy through the whole live show, but you could imagine 2 hours into doing the voice, I get a little bit tired. But I keep it going. But anyway, like it's higher quality, so I think it's worth the $20. But if you think it's not, then that's okay too. But that's basically how I've turned this into a business and kept it going. It's been so much fun. Like it's life changing, honestly. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I heart Sue.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, for our non-YouTube listeners, I am wearing a T-shirt that says "I heart Sue."
It's became such a big part of my life, and not necessarily just pretending to be Sue, but just everything that comes with it. And it has helped me grow so much. Like right before I started doing social media stuff, I was so in my shell, so unsure of myself, more so than I am now, and just not very confident. Really, really took to heart everything people said to me. I feel like I've changed a lot, and I think Taylor has too. I really think we've both like come out of our shells and like are really comfortable with who we are.
Yeah.
Just because of like the attention that comes with going viral. You kind of have to have thicker skin, and I think it's helping me grow that thick skin. She's thick. She's getting thicker.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. Yeah, I've definitely got more thick-skinned over it, and maybe a little more well-spoken, and just learned more about maybe some of the positive sides of social media, which do exist. So
Yeah.
I think it's been a good experience, and I'm just happy to see where it takes us so far.
Yeah. And I've really struggled with the time commitment, but because I'm like it's like a job and it's not really it's not a noble job. Like as a nurse, that's a noble job. Like that's a service job, which arguably so is comedy.
Yeah,
But
depends.
it depends. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more I grow as Sue Dillon, the less time I have to put towards being a nurse.
Mhm.
But that's been hard for me to come to terms with. Like, what are you doing? Are you doing the right thing by prioritizing social media over being a nurse? But I'm just chasing what my soul wants. And I feel like creating content has been so fulfilling for me. And it feels really good to be creative. I've always been a more creative person. And so I found that outlet. And so it feels really good. And I also have always been a hustler. And I love business. I love business stuff. I love making something out of nothing and making money off of it. Like I even did that in high school. Like I would design shoes. I like drew cool designs on people's vans. I would bleach them and draw cool designs on them, and I charged $30 a pair. And I had a little bitty business. I made like $300 doing that, and I was like, I am rolling in the dough. But I've always been like that. I don't know how you would describe that. So it just feels like I'm being my true self. I'm finding my true identity, and I'm living my truth, and so I'm happy. And I know it sounds stupid because what I like the outcome of it is Sue Dillon skits and like other videos for now. Who knows what it can grow into? But I really do feel fulfilled.
Yeah, definitely. And we've gotten to meet such cool people too. For any true crime fans, we got to meet Kendall Ray. We've met Alex Morrison,
And Janelle
Janelle as well
from the sesh.
from the sesh.
We've met. I met Chelsea Lynn, the
Chelsea
woman
Lynn.
of my freaking dreams.
Trailer Trash Tammy. Those of you
She's
who
a
don't know.
gem. I think I talked
Really
about her
nice
last
girl.
time.
And we've met other people, just a lot of other creators who are just really cool
Yeah.
people, down to earth, nice, funny as heck.
I have friends now that I've never met face to face because of TikTok, and it's really cool. Like the prank call, Pranky McFarts, I think, or no, she was soaking in oatmeal for a while. She keeps changing her name. Logan.
Well done.
I text her. We vent to each other all the time.
Y'all are like besties.
Yeah, we're like TikTok besties, and I always know if I need to bitch, she's there. Kimberly Rhodes has recently been joining my Sue's Shitline lives where I just call y'all like the fans. I'll talk to my fans on the phone.
She's Sig Mom, right?
Yeah, she's Sig Mom. She's so cool.
Sig Mom.
It's like the same vibe as my stuff, but different. But the same like traumatic cigarette smoking authoritative figure in your life. Like that's where the comedy comes from.
Yeah, very niche, very Pittsburgh kind of girl.
She is. And I saw a video of hers and she posted it of her, like it was her acting to be her beer dad and he had a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. Do you remember, like, does that ring a bell to you? My dad
Yes,
wears a
yes,
Pittsburgh Steelers
yes,
jersey every day.
yes.
But
That's his
he's not
favorite.
from Pittsburgh. But I was like, that is just on point for me because my
Yes.
dad is a Steelers fan too, and he also was an interesting fellow when I was young. I'll just say that. He's
That
different now.
that's the kind of shirt if you were like a young man into football in the like late 80s, early 90s, 2000s when the Steelers were like really good.
You were
Like
so cool.
that's like your shirt. Just like if you were into football in the 70s, it's the Miami Dolphins.
He's worn that shirt my whole life.
I've seen him wear it like every time I've ever seen him.
I have pictures of him smoking. I have a picture of him smoking a cigarette wearing it. I need to send it to Kimberly Rhodes.
Very important.
I need to find it because I think I have it. He's got dark circles under his eyes too because there's no telling what he did the night before. But
Yeah, he earned those.
he did. But that's just an example of like the growth I've witnessed and felt. And so I hope it doesn't get on your nerves because I feel like I'm super passionate about it.
No.
And I hope it doesn't get on your nerves.
No, never.
I have a lot of guilt with it sometimes. Like I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I've been on my phone so much. I need to spend time, but it's like a job, so
We take quality time for each other when we can. I also, get busy with work and school. So,
Yeah.
it's just like any other job. It just takes some time.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't bother me.
Well, that's good to know.
I feel like I'm sliding.
I feel like I'm
See.
rambling and I'm doing all the talking and I'm not trying to be that way.
I'm unbothered. I've had a long day, so I might do a little less of the talking today, and I'll try to perk up.
Okay, I'm sorry, Spanky.
No, you're good.
Well, can you pull up the call from Cheryl?
I can.
We're going to review this call from Cheryl. It's going to go up on the screen. Backstory, Cheryl is Taylor's aunt.
She is.
Maternal aunt.
She's my aunt, and she's
She's something else. She's so fun, though. She's so nice. She has an immaculate house. She lives on the lake. Like, she's bougie AF.
She has a beautiful home.
Yeah.
I've got it pulled up. You ready for it?
Yeah, let's watch it together.
It is.
Hi, Cheryl. How you doing?
I'm fine. Who is this?
This is Sue Dillon from high school. I got your number from Tammy.
Oh. Okay.
Tammy
Good.
is
How are you?
Taylor's mom, so that's her sister.
Really got you.
We
in the
were
doors
just
there.
pranking people to prank at this point. We were like, who do we prank? We have to keep this going. And this was the woman that we decided. I had to beg him, though. I had to be like, please, please, please. It'll be so good.
Go ahead.
I'm great. I just, I heard you're really into cross stitching and crocheting, and I'm just trying to figure something out, so I thought I'd ask.
Okay. I'll try to help.
She has stuff framed. She has cross stitching framed.
She is a beautiful cross stitcher, though. She's cross stitched things. They look like tapestries.
She-
You saw that one?
Yeah, she showed me stuff in person. It's insane. I don't even know how you see the little hole.
It's a lot.
Like, she has to use magnifying glass. There's no way she doesn't.
Because you cross stitched, if I'm not mistaken.
I did.
Wedding gifts.
That was my bridesmaids' gifts. I cross stitched a little thing and it said the Grays, and I framed it for my bridesmaids.
It was
Or was it
beautiful.
just for my. Maybe it was just for my maid of honors. I don't remember.
You made like half a dozen of them.
Yeah,
It took a lot of your time.
it did.
Okay, babe. So, my cross stitching I've done, like, it's a lot. It's a lot of needlework too, but I had it sitting out, and my dog, I'm gonna.
Laughed. You always say I don't laugh. I do.
My dog got on the table and shit all over. And shit all over it, Cheryl. And
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
She said,
That's my favorite part. She says, "Oh no."
oh no. We always quote that too. Like, there's certain phrases we quote out of prank calls, and that's one of them. We're like, oh no.
Oh no. She clearly didn't know what to say.
I don't know how to clean it. And I was just gonna see if you knew what to do.
I really don't know. Probably you could just soak it in some.
Cheryl, shut the hell up. Can't soak it.
Probably not, because I've soaked mine.
There's about a 0% chance
It's
she's
a bold-faced lie.
ever had to soak a cross stitch. I don't believe you.
I've soaked mine. No, you haven't.
Can we all just appreciate her accent as well? That's just the perfect drawl.
Mm-hmm.
No. Is this the counted cross stitch stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
It was running. Oh my God.
You could just have it dry cleaned.
God, could you imagine bringing something like that to their...
My dry cleaner would be like, what the heck
They
do you
would
want me to
flip
do with
the
this crap? They'd be pissed.
Our dry cleaners actually, they preserved my wedding gown. They're like, are you Sue Dillon? I was like, yeah. And they're like, we preserved your wedding gown? I was like, yeah, I guess. He's like, oh my God.
You probably wanted to put a plaque up on the wall. Did they actually say that? I
Yeah.
didn't pick it up. I just dropped it off.
Mm.
Well, dadgum.
Dadgummit.
You could just take it and have it dry cleaned.
Tammy told me that you would have a good resolution to this because you're the one that does this and you have dogs too, and you might have ran into this problem before.
Well, all of my dogs have passed away, so I haven't really had a dog in a couple of years. So.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, I was.
It always happens.
Death always rears its head in this family, dude.
We don't know why every time I call somebody dead comes up in conversation. I think I'm a psychic medium and I don't understand my powers yet.
Like on That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheryl had 3 Yorkies. They all had like human girl names, and she got their hair done every other week and put little bows in their hairs.
Of course she did.
They were like Mitzi, Mindy, and something. Sasha. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, they were like little humans.
The little girl she always wanted.
But whenever one died, the other 2 died like shortly after. It was really sad.
They were probably
Cheryl
all
loved those
attached
too.
to each other.
Yeah, I'm sure. They were old too. Yorkies lived to be like 20 a long time. So Cheryl was really upset.
If it's. How big a piece is it? Is it something that can be replaced, or can you redo it, or that's a lot of work?
I know, I'm pretty far into it, Cheryl, but
I would probably try to take it and have it dry cleaned.
Okay, Cheryl, well, you know what? I'm going to do that and I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you so much.
Well, good luck. I know it's a lot of time and work into that mess. It really is.
You have no idea, honey.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, good talking to you, and I hope it works out.
Take care.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's a hot mess.
Oh, God, Cheryl.
Freaking Cheryl. When we called her to tell her that it was like a joke, we called her back weeks later.
Just confused.
She didn't understand. I don't think she understands to this day.
Like, okay, ha ha ha.
I straight up told her in my regular voice. I called her as Sue, and then I was like, actually, it's me, Sarah. And she was like, okay.
It's like Taylor's husband, Tammy's daughter-in-law. Ha ha, very funny. We're like, Cheryl, hello?
I just expected a different reaction out of her when we did that, and that was funny.
Yeah, she may not even, she was a kid in the 60s and 70s, but she may not even be able to grasp the concept of the prank phone call. Because
I don't know.
I doubt she ever prank phone called anybody in her life.
Yeah. I don't know though. That was one of my favorite calls though. Like to this day, that's one of my that's my best work in my opinion.
Cheryl just makes me laugh, dude. Everything she says is gold.
Now, is our segment called the Stupid Fights.
Stupid Fights.
So this week is your turn to talk about a stupid fight that you found extremely dumb. Could be any time. Could be from when we were dating. Could be now. Like whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, heck yeah. Let's see. I this one was recent, and it wasn't really a fight, more of a disagreement. But I recently discovered that if I like lift my leg, like physically grab it up underneath and lift it before I toot, it's like a cannon blast loud.
You kept doing that yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. And you kept saying like, "Do you have to do that? Stop doing that." Blah blah blah. And I was convinced that you were just like that because obviously they were so loud and boisterous. But I think it was actually just getting on your nerves, and we kind of had a spat about it. And I thought that was.
I don't think I had a spat with you.
Well, you clearly didn't like it.
You wanted attention from it, and I was giving you attention, basically, is how I saw it.
I don't regret it at all because I think it's utterly hilarious.
I don't care if you fart. It's just like the act of lifting your leg up and hiking it up and just ripping ass that makes me mad.
But that takes like a 4 fart up to an 8.
They really were loud.
Yeah.
They really were.
Straight up.
My sister used to do that, and it would linger in the room for hours. And I think that's something that it's like triggering inside of me. She would hike her leg up and just.
Has she ever done the thing with a match where you fart in front of a match?
No, but I really want to do that.
Outdoors, of course. That would be fun. I'm pretty sure it like actually works.
I'm sure it does because it's like gas. Is it sulfur?
Is it sulfur? I thought. Is it
sulfur
actually
farts? My egg farts are probably sulfur farts.
They're probably all sulfur. Dude.
I really don't know.
It's absurd.
But I would guess it's a gas that the bacteria in your intestines create when they're breaking down all the food.
That's why they smell like that.
Yep. Well,
but
that's
that wasn't
kind of
really a fight.
That's not really a fight to me because I didn't get mad at you. I just was like, God, really?
Honestly, I couldn't really think of one, and that was the first thing.
I know it's the hard thing is thinking of them because I feel like we just move on.
Yeah, you try to put them out of your memory, but even if y'all didn't get a fight this week, you got an entertaining story about gas. So there you go.
We're gaseous planets here.
I'm a gas giant.
So let's ask each other one question. What is your question for me this week?
Well, you go first because I just did the fight.
Okay. My question to you is how many of your family members that you were regularly around smoked cigarettes at some point in your childhood, and do they still smoke to this day?
In my childhood, I had my father, my grandmother, my uncle.
Which uncle? The one on where you only have one? Or
Mike.
no, you have multiple ones.
I have multiple. Uncle Mike.
But I don't even know your dad's brother. I've never met him. Have I?
Maybe at the funeral for my grandpa.
That's right.
Yeah. My father smoked. My grandfather did not, I should say. But my grandmother did smoke a lot. And I had cousins. I didn't really see my cousins that much. They smoked. I had aunts and uncles who smoked. My mother smoked before me or my brother were born.
I was wondering because I know she smoked Virginia Slims.
Yeah, my mother smoked Virginia Slims until the day she turned 30. And the day she turned 30, she put them down. It wasn't long after that she had my brother and I. But she gave it up, kicked the habit. Then my other grandmother, I didn't know her well, but I'm pretty sure she smoked. And my grandfather was in the Navy during World War II. And I'm pretty sure he smoked because they would ration them cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he quit because I never knew of him to smoke, later on in life. So at some point he had to have quit. So I would say how many were around me on a regular basis that smoked? Probably just the two, just my dad and my grandma. But I don't come from a big family, so just the two, really.
That's interesting. Most of my family smoked when I was a kid, and they quit when I was like a teenager, and now they're done.
So they all quit around the same time?
Yeah, pretty much. Besides my dad still smokes. He vapes more so. He doesn't smoke anymore. He vapes, and he makes his own vape juice.
A lot. And he whips up his homemade vape juice, and he rips clouds.
Pecan pie.
Is that what it is?
That's the flavor he makes.
Do you say pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
See, I say pecan. People tell me I sound like a Yankee, but to me, pecan doesn't sound.
Pecan.
Pecan, pecan. I don't know.
What is your question to me?
My question to you, besides the pecan thing, if there was a zombie apocalypse, what would be your game plan? Would you shelter in place? Would you run?
We've
kind of
talked about this before.
Have we talked about it on the pod?
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
I'm just saying in like real life.
Oh yeah. Well, everyone should.
I don't know because there's so many different ways it could go. Like I would want to fight, but if it got so bad that I knew I was gonna die, I would probably just.
I don't think we can leave that in here.
I'm just making noises.
Good point.
Whatever y'all imply it as is what you imply it as, but
my plan would probably be to find a more defensible position, like perhaps an island, some sort of small island, because I'm pretty sure in most genres they can't swim.
Yeah, and I would really love to fight to live. Like I feel like I could do a lot of damage, and I would like realize my strength.
Yeah, definitely.
Kick in.
For my weapon, I would prefer either a pickaxe or a double-headed war axe.
Yeah.
Either one would be sufficient, but I think that would be my ideal. Or a lightsaber if those are real. That would be my go-to, but I don't think they're real. Not yet.
I'm not sure what weapons I would want to use. I've not thought that much far into it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that never happens.
Ooh, I would love a bow and arrows.
Yeah, something quiet for sure. Definitely a knife, a really sharp knife.
An absolute essential. Speaking of essentials, is it time to segue into our next
I believe
bit?
so. I believe so.
Okay. This is my time to shine. So, as our regular listeners know, and if you're not, if you're new, I should say, please tune into last week's episode because we played a lovely game called Taylor Identifies Feminine Objects. And that was my time to shine. And I identified every single feminine object that Sarah brought before me, with one exception, the Diva Cup, which honestly I still am not entirely sure
And the
how.
cervix.
Well, and the female cervix. But I was still partially right, everyone said, because I said that it looked like an open stab wound.
Nobody said that.
And
Oh,
there
wait,
were
you're
people
talking
who
about
said
cervix.
that, not bad. So anyway, needless to say, did pretty good, better than anyone
I
expected.
thought
better.
you were meaning the Diva Cup. I was like, nobody said you got the Diva Cup
No.
partially right.
I like I say, I still don't really know how that works. But anywho,
It's like a tampon, but it's a cup. And it captures it, and then you take the cup out and you just pour it out into
Right.
the toilet.
Yeah.
You do get it now?
Not really.
What do
Kind
you
of.
not understand?
I just don't see how it fits.
It like
The whole
it's
cup.
small,
Yeah.
and it just you kind of fold it up and push it up in there, and then it
Okay.
kind of
Okay. Well, now I get it. There you go. But
it's not as big as it seemed on the picture.
Oh, really? So it's like out of proportion.
Mhm.
Enlarged to show detail, like on the cereal box. But anyway, I did pretty good. Not to brag, not to toot my own horn, and better than I.
You've gotten a lot of
expected.
positive comments about that.
I did not expect to do well at all. Expected I might get one, maybe two, but I did not. I did pretty well. So
You did
anyway,
amazing.
now it is your turn to represent. So I'm going to show Sarah some not feminine but masculine objects, and I'm not going to lie to you, I had trouble finding masculine objects because most of the feminine objects were related to either hygiene or beauty, and men do not focus on hygiene beyond a bar of soap and perhaps on a good day a roll of
Some men.
deodorant. Some men. And men do not also focus on beauty because usually that consists of like a pair of sneakers and a
I don't
halfway
know,
decent
like
shirt that's not full of holes.
aftershave, like beard stuff,
Yeah.
pube stuff.
Yeah. But then I don't have a beard,
Yeah.
So which all of these objects don't necessarily apply to me. But needless to say, these aren't necessarily masculine. These are masculine objects, but they're not like there could be women who use these objects.
Same
Whereas-
goes with the other
Yeah.
stuff that I showed you.
Okay, well that's true. Yeah, because I guess there are men who use like hair accessories and things like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're gonna get started. This is our first object. Can you tell me what this is?
That is a cup for sports.
Okay, where does it go?
It goes around your crown jewels and your penis.
How does it affix?
You put it in your underwear.
Most underwear have slots if it is a men's athletic underwear, or it could have a strap around it, at which point it would be a jock strap.
Yeah.
So, yes, very good.
Jock strap.
Very good. There's your point. Okay. Not bad. You did better than I didn't think you'd know what that was. How about this one? What is this?
It looks like a weightlifting belt.
A weightlifting belt? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, you like put it on your back for support when you're doing deadlifts and stuff.
That's it. I actually don't use one. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding says that Arnold's Pump Club says that it's often used as a crutch, but if you need it, you need it, and it said to use it. So, all right, 2 for 2, not bad. Like I say, some of these items could be for both men and women, but there you have it.
I've used one of those before because I used to do weightlifting.
Have you? Interesting. You've used the belt?
Mhm.
Cool. Do you feel like it works, or is it kind of all hype?
I didn't like doing deadlifts because I didn't have my form down, so I just
Yeah.
probably used it like one time and never put one back on again. So I don't really know I don't know.
I actually don't do deadlifts for the same reason. I have a friend who broke his back on a deadlift. Not the bone, but he like absolutely destroyed his back and was like in the hospital for
Probably messed up his back disc or something, like the disc
That's
in
it.
his spine.
Yeah, a
Slipped a
disc
disc.
popped out. Yeah.
Ouch. That hurt.
Okay. What's this?
Is that a bottle opener?
Yes.
I have never
Okay,
seen
nice.
anything like that.
That's something I remember from growing up where men would have bottle openers on various accessories. So my friend Jacob Hooper had a bottle opener on the bottom sole of his flip flop, and he would crack open bottles with he would stand like a flamingo and pop open
Of course he
bottles,
did.
and the half of his drink would spill out, and he was so proud of it. He would insist on doing it every time. This one has one on the hat. I've seen that. I actually used to have a hat with a bottle opener on it, and then a lot of people obviously carry them on keychains and stuff like
It's
that.
kind of dorky.
A little bit dorky. You're either a dork or an absolute alcoholic, but
Or a hero.
never both. Or a hero. That's true. This one's a little on the nose, but yeah, nice. Okay, a little tougher. What's this?
It's a golf apparatus. It's probably to mark how many strokes it takes. You like put it where the ball landed.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know what the proper name for it is.
This one, I'm not sure. I just put I was just calling them like placeholders for golf balls. But
Mhm.
whenever you hit a shot, you will put this where the ball ends up, and that way, if someone else has to go, you're playing that kind of golf, then your ball doesn't interfere with their ball, or like you say, to count the strokes. So yeah, not bad.
They have a name, but I don't remember the name.
See, I didn't even know they had a name.
So you're putting shit on there that you don't even know the name of.
Well, I know what it's for.
I do too.
So that's it. Now, I could have made this a lot harder, though, because there were plenty of them that didn't have Callaway on there, which is a noted golf brand. But I decided
Would
to
most
have...
people know what that is without a mark, or like without a brand name on it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
You tried.
it's supposed to be hard.
You tried to fool me, boy.
Okay, fine. What is this?
That is one of those knives that has like tools. It's a
What
utility knife.
What else would you call it? Because you're right, but I want it. Yeah, it looks easy. I want you to be more specific. It's a multi-tool. Okay, what? Give me 4 functions that every good multi-tool has.
You've got some of them have nail files and like picker things for your nails.
Yeah, true.
You have a corkscrew.
Often, yeah.
You have a knife.
Of course, yeah.
And then you'll have a screwdriver sometimes.
Yes.
You'll have some scissors sometimes.
Pliers.
Yeah.
Okay. There's also oftentimes a fish scaler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Another bottle opener in case you lose your hat. And wire cutters at the bottom of the pliers. So not bad. Okay, pretty good. Okay. You've probably seen one of these
That's what I
before.
meant was by the scissors was wire cutters.
No, some of them have like a little pair of scissors.
Oh.
Because mine had those before I lost it. Whole of the story. That thing cost like $150 and it's gone. Yeah.
Did you lose it recently?
I had at the time I was working and I was on the interstate and I would wear it in an ankle rig with a tourniquet, and I was running. There was a vehicle on fire and I hopped the barricade to tell the other cars to stop and get off the road and get out of the way, and it must have fallen out because I didn't notice till later that day, and I was like, it's
probably popped somebody's tire.
It's gone forever. Yeah, and it was like $150, dude. It was my Christmas gift. That was my Christmas gift two Christmases ago. It's gone.
Damn.
Very upset. Leatherman, if you're listening, huge fan, best knife I ever owned. Just saying. It's not, I don't have it, not because I didn't like it. What's this?
That is a bobber.
A bobber for what?
Fishing. Okay. I fish.
You haven't been fishing in a long time.
I know, but I do know how to fish. I know how to put a worm on a hook and throw it out there and tie a hook on a line, and I know how to hook it and reel it in and
yank it.
Gut it.
Okay, cool. Last one. You've done very well.
I don't like touching the fish though. The spikes always get me on the fins. Ugh.
I don't mind it. It depends on the fish. Some of them are spinier.
So big. Yeah. Like I've grabbed one before and like slid my hand down the fin, and then it was like, and it like jostled out of my hand and like stabbed me.
It went what? Hand. Nice. I used to.
So now I'm kind of like, I don't want to do it.
I used to work at a yacht club, and of course we were right on the water, and I would keep a fishing pole in my car, and whenever work got slow and the boss wasn't there, I would just go dip my fishing pole. It was like the best job ever, and I made like $8 an hour. I didn't care. All right, last one. What is this?
A money clip.
Dang. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I lots of men, myself included, will carry one of these bad boys so as to avoid carrying their full wallet. Mine actually has a little knife built in. So mine holds my money. It's a knife, and it holds my life.
That was weak sauce.
Well, men, you be the judge. Would
That
your
was
woman
weak
know
sauce.
what these objects are and how they're used and 4 basic functions of a good multi-tool? Comment below. But not bad, honey. You did well. You did very well.
So much.
And Winston loves you, and so does Frankie.
Thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're on those avenues and you don't want to watch the video, that's totally fine. You can do that. And we're on all of the other streaming platforms as well. So hit that follow button, honey. And have a good rest of your day. It's nice to talk to you. We love chatting with you. Drop your comments. Drop your drink. Rex. Drop it all in the chat.
Arrivederci.
What?
Arrivederci.
What does that mean?
That's I think it's like goodbye in Italian. It's
Arrivederci.
that guy from that movie Inglourious Bastards. He says it with a southern twang.
No, I want some pasta.
Pasta.
Anyway, thank you guys. Bye-bye.